Hello, and welcome to part of Tom's Guide to 4 on PS1, which I'm doing on a different mic. This time, we are doing the Sewers, a PS1 exclusive level that we have not done before. Now, I'm doing my commentary on a Razer, well, you already know, the fucking Razer headset I did fucking years ago, that I hated and had no, mic noise reduction shit. It works now. Everything works for some reason, which has no explanation or sense, and let's just say that I fucking hate this headset for being a dick back then, and there's still a lot of problems, like the fact this headset has a lot of bass, is very unnecessary, makes it overpowered, and the fact it makes everything sound very tinny and weird when I do try to fix that. So, good on you, Razer, you fucking dicks. Completely incompetent without any sort of reason for why they're being so incompetent. Good news though, the mic works. I can actually talk about the background overpowering my voice. By that I mean the background being louder than me, which will suck. Anyway, rookie score 100,000 points. Pretty much done by now. Pretty good. This one, we've only got like 8 stat points remaining, so we don't have much to go for. But I will tell you this much, getting the skate layers is not going to be that hard, because they're all in this little area, and they're all pretty simple. I mean, there are some big jumps, and you might find a bit of it to be difficult, but for the most part, you're not going to have any trouble with this one, because, as you can see, even though I doubt you can do this in one combo, you can still make it through and get everything you can without a single big fuck-up. I guess the one big thing is that E there. You want to make sure to actually aim for that and get it in the shot, because you have to make a jump as well in that grind. So, yeah, good luck on that one, but otherwise it's pretty simple. We got our first stat point. Hooray! So, yeah, my normal headset is currently out of commission. The charger is fucked. That's what you get for getting a wireless headset. And I'm currently in a bit of a pickle on if I should continue. Well, you already know the answer. I'm going to have that for this main computer. But considering my current standalone mic and how this is working, by the way, we got the music track. That was pretty simple. This might replace the mic, and I might use it for the laptop, so who knows how things will go. Because this is not that bad. The problem is, the headphones themselves suck. Anyway, time for some combo letters, which that little dramatic drum beat you just heard there will let us know that it's time to perfect this one in that one go you're seeing right now, even though this is my third attempt. So yeah, this combo is pretty simple actually. In fact, all the combos are in this one little area, so that's pretty nice. And now it's time for some high bars, which it's the one on the left. In order to grab that one, you can't make a fucking jump up there from a high spot or anything like that. You have to jump for that little kicker over there, the small kickers that are around that bumper there. You jump off that, make a jump with a boneless up to the rail, and you grind it. And that's it. Get the gap with it as well. Now, let's continue on to by the way, stat point, let's continue on to the blunt slide on the hidden passage. The hint is look up. And you have to look up, which I can't because the camera doesn't work for me. But basically, what you have to do is grind up here, keep grinding, keep going, grind all the way around, make sure to do your wall rides and such, make sure to get the gaps, make sure to get enough speed, and then eventually get up here. Then make a blunt slide on this rail here, go all the way through, and there you go. Now, time for this one. Grind the holes. You have to grind from one side of the rail to the other of all 3 of these holes, which have weird, wavy water that has different colors. We got the normal water, the blue one. Then we got this. There's some crap on it. I fucked up, by the way. I had to fix it up. And, yeah, as you can see, it didn't count for some reason if I did it right. You have to start very specific on this one. And then all I have left is this one, which I got lucky on because all I have to do is keep a manual and make it all the way through. And here's the sludge. We made it through, and that is the holes. Next up is the contest, because even though I didn't do much of the goals, I might as well do the competition already. As you all know, in order to do the competition, we need to get more than 300,000. We'll need 400,000 or more this time. Because 300,000 is not going to cut it this time. It's not going to make us enough, points to actually beat our opponents. So, now you know this, it's now time to go ahead and make it through this shit by making sure we don't fuck this one up. And, getting the shit done where we always make sure to get this done by getting that point. I'm not doing too well right now. I got 250,000. That's not enough. That is not enough to do this. I need to make a big combo close enough to 200,000 in order to save ass. And I get lucky. I do make it to that point. And I do get a good score, like 92 point something. And we need that score in order to continue on, so that's nice. Did manual there for some reason. There we got 92.1. There you go. Now it's time for Heat 2, which I do a lot better in. There's a much better spot to get points in, and I'll be showing you guys that later on. It's actually a really good spot, a really useful spot, in fact. You'll find it to be so good that you can get pretty much over 500,000 points in it. Yeah. It's pretty difficult to get a score as much as 500,000 points in this version of the game, considering how sensitive the balancing is and how not great a lot of the places for combos are. But it is possible. And, lucky for me, there is a spot where you can get 500,000 points in one combo. And this will be very, very useful. Right now, though, let's just go ahead and end the competition by getting a good score here. Because I don't know the place yet, and it happens when I get to the harder versions of our scores and combo scores goals. Right now, though, with the contest, I just try to get 400,000, and there you go. And that was 92.4, and that's it for the contest. I got my gold, and got a normal little victory sound this time. No glitchiness or anything like that. Now it's time to take down some rat poison to save the rats. Yes, we gotta save the rats in the sewers from being poisoned. I don't know why. I don't remember Peter being all pissy about taking down some rats that will pretty much infect you and probably kill you. And none of that, steal your food, shit all over your floors and such, and be an absolute nuisance. I mean, I don't know why Peter is trying to save them, but I guess that's what's going on, because why the fuck are we knocking down a whole bunch of rat poison containers that are just laying around in the sewers? I don't know. I wish I could understand, but it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. And the Pro Skater games have never had a good reason as to why this is happening or why this even is a thing. They're just here to give you a goal and tell you, hey, you gotta do this. So. And luckily, this one is not that hard, because unlike many of the other collectathon things in this whole Pro Skater game, this one's actually not that bad. It's all pretty simple to find, all pretty easy to find. There are 3 containers in 2 areas and 2 containers in this area right here. So, yeah, pretty simple and pretty easy, and you have enough time to actually go ahead and get every single one of them fucking fucked over. That's good news. And with that, we are done. Now it's time for, by the way, I got stat point. Now it's time for the combo of hard. The hard combo is pretty much the way to that blunt slide, the secret passage spot. In fact, the only difference is you got a bit of a starter over there, and you actually have to get to a rail at the end of the secret passage, which might be difficult for you at least, but for me, I'm so good at these games that I was able to actually make it. There you go. I will say though, it's not easy, and you will probably fuck it up and get screwed over, just letting you know that. But we got a stat point. Next up is Skate Hard. This one sucks. This is a real hard skate one. Here's the reason why. And I'm not kidding about this either. The E. The last letter. I fucking hate it. I'm not kidding. I hate it. I really hate it. In order to get the E, it's where the T is. You have to go all the way up of this wall right here, make a fucking grind onto that, get lucky, because if you have max stats, which you definitely need to get this, it will still be a pain to reach, because you need the special, you need to make a big jump, a bonus one at least, and you need to wall ride and make a lot of gap on that shit. And once you reach it, you have to avoid falling and grind to get that E. And not only that, the tape and the board are all up there. So, that means in order to get the board, the tape, and the E, you have to make this insane fucking wall ride jump all the way up there. And there's no other way up there. You can't get anywhere up there except from that spot. And it sucks. It honestly sucks. The reason it sucks is because it is overly fucking dumb and hard. I do not like it. I do not find it fun. I do not even think it should be even possible. But it is, luckily, and I hate it. I hate this goal, I hate the tape, and I hate the board in the sewers. It is absolute bastards. But the good news is that I got them. Right now, though, let's not focus on that shit. Let's focus on the scores. We got 150,000 points in one combo. This area is not very good when it comes to points. You might be able to get a 300,000 if you're lucky and good. And while I am good, I'm not the best. I can still fuck up real easily, as you saw from that jump cut. The best way is to go all the way over there, jump off, manual without balance that wall, going all the way through and coming back all the way back for this grind here. There are 2 gaps in the grind, and of course you got the spine transfer thing and everything like that, so it's very useful, but still a pain in the ass. But this one's not a pain in the ass. You can flip over the spine transfer. Just spine transfer over this and do a kickflip, that's it. Very simple. In fact, it's insultingly easy compared to the other shit we have to do here, including in this fucking tape and this fucking board. Wanna know how painful this one is? You can't make a grind and then do that shit, because you bail instantly from it. No, you have to do this. You have to land on it, hope to fucking God you don't fall, and then you have to grind on this light, jump on, do not grind, stop a bit, and then take a wall ride and grind that for the board. I might have been a bit overcomplicated, but honestly, this is complicated. This is bullshit. And I do not like it at all. But the good news is, we are close to getting all these goals done. We are close to actually getting the sewer done. Because, at this point, I think all we have left is score. Because now we have the high score. We have 175,000 points. And this is the best area to get the score. This is the best area to actually pretty much get 500,000 points. You see, you know that path where the combo was, the hard combo? Well, if you haven't noticed, there were 2 rails below where that big jump is to the secret passage. If you instead just don't jump and you go down those 2 rails, you will loop. You will actually loop around. And believe it or not, this loop is so fucking useful that if anything, it's the only reason why I was able to actually beat things like the sick combo and the fucking horse and shit. Because without it, I would have been fucked. Right now, it's not too obvious because I'm not doing too well. By the way, we got 4 stat points. I only have 8 to get. But first, we have a hanging light. We have to flip trick it, grind it, and spine transfer over it. This one's very specific and kind of weird. But the light is right up here. And you have to lip trick that, grind it from one end to the other. It's kind of specific on that. And transfer it, which is not very specific. It's very easy, in fact. I'll show you my first fuck up. But that's about it. Now, let's actually go ahead and beat this. Beating this is not easy. Basically, you have to do that whole electric thing, though. You have to hold the direction before you do the grind button. You have to be very accurate on it. And then you have to grind this, go from one end to the other. You have to be before the middle to do that. And then you have to transfer it, which is the easiest one, because you just transfer when you do a boneless, and even though you'll go through it, it will still count. So now it's time for 300,000 points. This might not be that hard. In fact, you could even say this might be pretty simple. We can gain a lot of 300,000 points. It's not a hard thing. And it's not a combo either, so even though this place is not that great, we have been able to get 400,000 points in this area for that contest. So, you know, it should be pretty easy to get through and do this shit and not get fucked over. Of course, then you remember that the game is very sensitive. There you go. And you can easily fuck up and lose everything. So, yeah. Do not think this game is easy. Do not even pretend this game is easy. This game is so fucking sensitive on its balancing and all that you can easily get fucked over because of it. It is a pain in the ass. The good news is you're just watching me play this while I'm the one suffering. So, you know, that's good news for you, ain't it? Anyway, I beat it. I obviously beat it, otherwise I wouldn't be, you know, talking about this bit, and I wouldn't be actually making this video right now until I'm actually done with beating it. Because that's the whole point of this LP. This LP marathon, I would like to remind you. And I got very close to failing too, because I only had 5,000 left, and I was doing poorly at the end. But I did make it through, and I did beat it, so that's good news. But yeah, after this, I will actually show you the best spot to get 500,000 points in one combo. And that is right here. With the 300,000 point one combo thing, this is the best place to get 500,000 points. All you have to do is take these grinds. Loop around, make a whole bunch of tricks, mainly the nose blunt slides and the blunt slides, because they give you a shit ton of points. And make a big combo, at least up to 22 multiplier. You'll make a lot of tricks and you'll get a lot of gaps, which will make this very easy. In fact, even though your tricks will lose points, you know, they'll get slower and slower, the gaps do not do this. In fact, some of these gaps will keep their speed, and will always keep their fucking score. So, use the gaps. You might have noticed that I got a stat point down. You might have noticed I got 400,000 here. Yeah. This level has 6 stat points. There's a reason for this. We actually missed, at least I think we missed, 2 stat points back in college. That's pretty shitty. But don't worry, we can go back and get them. Because we need to get them. We need to get that shit done. So, really, when we get back to college, I will go ahead and get the stat points, upgrade the last of our stat points. By the way, we can actually do a 540 flip and not get fucked over for it. So that's good news. And once we get the stat points, we don't have to worry about upgrading anymore, except for the pros. And what I found is that, yes, you do not have to do all these goals again and again with the pros. In fact, all the stat points and goals are kept done with them. So you can just do all this with one skater, except the game will force you to use other skaters because of the pro goals. And speaking of pros and 6 and shit, we got sick combo score of 400,000 points. Now, if I even start a trick here, it's going to count that combo and I will fail instantly. So the best way to do this is to not do any combo and just get my way over there immediately. Once we're there, all we have to do is get 500,000 points like always, and we're done. We can move on to horse. So far been pretty interesting, honestly. It's not been the hardest goal, but it's been the most interesting goal out of all of these. It's been a goal we can all enjoy, really. And I mean, it's enjoyable in multiplayer, but here it's enjoyable because it's very weird and unique. Now, this time we have 45,000 points all the way to 150, and of course, I will be using the spot. But I think I used it way too early, because but actually you have to remember, once you do a certain trick a lot, the points on that are all fucked. Even though I can easily get 60,000 points here without even trying and such, and it's very useful to do that. I get 80,000 points here as well, 100,000, 150,000, yeah. All easy stuff, because you already know that getting these points is very easy in this grind. The big problem is not in that. It is instead in the fact that the more we do these blunt slides, the more we do these tricks, the more their points decrease. And even though I would love to continue doing the blunt slide and shit, we have to start doing other tricks because we're not getting the points we need. It's not getting to the point where getting 100 is being a bit of a pain. Except for the gaps, because the gaps are always the same. They never decrease and they never get fucked over. So, I need to start doing tricks like tail slides, and nose slides, and lip slides, and board slides, and 5-0s, and all that shit. I need to do all sorts of tricks that are not this shit. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of showing off. I should not be. I should be trying to at least keep it at a spot where I can actually get the points I need. But we don't count. You know we don't really count how many points we have alongside our multiplier because we're busy trying not to fuck up and we're busy trying to get the score we can get if we're lucky and we got it right. So we're trying to be at a safety measure pace. So, I gave up on that area because I'm obviously not getting enough score and I need to do some more than just grind at this point. I need to do grabs, flips, a lot of airs. And there's nothing as good as doing that as this area. And I could have had it here. I could have been done. But then this happened. Yeah, I was 500 off. That really sucks. But, don't worry, I can save my ass. Because there are two gaps here. You can go all the way through for the longest skill grind. You can do that other one for that little gap grind. And those are useful. Except when you have to hit a wall. And then you get fucked over because of it. But hey, we did it. We've beaten it. And now we can land it. And now we're done. We're done with the sewers. For now. Let's get our reward. There we go. So, let's have a look at our goals. As you can see, we got everything done except for Rune and Steve's and all the pro goals. But don't worry, we'll go through them at some point. Right now, though, we have to upgrade. And you do remember that I said that the last 2 stat points might be at college. Because we only have 1 level left, and the requirements to unlock the level is, well, iffy. First of all, let's upgrade as best as we can. We got the land and lip balance. We'll upgrade those immediately. Now, what do we have left? Well, I'll tell you. You'll find that the last level is over here. Up there, at least. We have difficulty 7. That's difficulty 8 right up there. And it's called Secret. We need 51 more points, though. And that's basically almost every other point, including pro skulls. So, we are going back. Yep, we're going back for the levels, including college. So next time, on Toast 4 and PS1, we're going back to college, and we're going back to all these levels, and we're getting this shit done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.